Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's budget check-in video. So for today, we're going to check in for the last week of April. Next Thursday, I will be sharing my April results video, but we do still have a couple days in April. I'm not quite ready to close out sinking funds because we are going to be doing a couple things in the next few days where some transactions may come out of sinking funds. So I'm gonna wait to close everything out. So we're gonna just go ahead and check in for, yeah, the last week of April. How crazy is that? Like, I feel like this year is just going by so freakishly quick, like so quick. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, bills. All of the bills have come out for the month. I completely forgot that Hulu we did cancel. We honestly never use it, ever. We're pretty much, we don't really even watch like shows anymore, I feel like. Andrew and I, if we're hanging out, we're usually renting a movie or we are playing Dice Throne, which is our current obsession. If you don't know what Dice Throne is, it's very nerdy, but it's so much fun. You're basically like these characters that battle each other and stuff. I don't know, we have a good time with it. So we don't really watch shows that much anymore. There's not really anything on, so we might get Hulu again in the future, but I actually, excuse me, I actually did cancel it and we don't have a bill. So I put 0 in there. I just logged into the account the other day and checked because I noticed that nothing had come out for it and I was like, oh yeah, I canceled it. So anyways, that took care of that. All the other bills have officially been paid, which is great. So that is all good to go. And then we have our weekly check-in. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna scooch this up a bit because, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna make sure images is off. You'll wanna make sure when you're using inserts of any kind, and if you're using GoodNotes, that you have images checked off. It makes it a lot easier to move things around. If you have images checked on, because inserts are considered images, they're PNG images or JPEG images, depending who you're purchasing from or how you make them and everything, it'll pick up that image when you're trying to move things. So if you have images checked off, you can go in and you can copy and paste categories, which I already did, so that's fine, but I needed to turn it off anyways for this. So yeah, just a little, you know, tip there for using inserts. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and go over to our spending tracker and we'll add some stuff up. Let me go ahead too and just put do not disturb on. There we go. Okay, so right after last week, I talked about Costco and everything. Andrew did go back to Costco this week to get a few things, and I don't know. I'm like even hesitant to even talk about it, honestly, because I feel like I I don't understand. I think like because I'm so removed from that process, which I want to change. I want to get more involved with meal planning and everything. I don't quite understand why we're going to Costco and not Fry's to get other things, but Andrew has a whole system and I'm just not tuned in very much to what he's doing. So he's not going to Costco and buying things that we're not using. He definitely is going to Costco to get like sweet potatoes, for example. Our family goes through sweet potatoes like crazy. So we always get sweet potatoes and we typically get them from Costco because they're a great deal. They're always really good quality. And we'll go multiple times a month to get that. So one idea I had, and we used to do this way back in the day, was doing more of a bi-weekly grocery haul, like meal planning for 2 weeks at a time and kind of doing it that way, getting enough for 2 weeks, with the exception being produce. Obviously produce doesn't keep for 2 weeks, some produce doesn't. Apples will, and all that kind of stuff. Bananas we go through like crazy, so we have to get those on a weekly basis. But doing the bulk of our grocery shopping every 2 weeks and then kind of doing that like maybe twice a month, Andrew and I sync up together and create the meal plan, create the grocery list. There's always certain things that I need for, you know, my own preferences with snacks and breakfasts and stuff like that. So anyways, I think we're just figuring all of that out, and I think with like schedule changes and stuff, it'll be much more doable to have me be more involved. It's really difficult being kind of the one that's doing the budgeting, but not doing the one who's doing the grocery shopping and meal planning, because like I don't really know what's going on, and Andrew and I still have not gotten together really to like go through like every single week, go through our budget and stuff. That is a goal of ours, is every Sunday to sit down, go through our budget, kind of talk about it and everything. But anyways, I remember last week talking to you guys about how we figured out Costco, and then I thought it was funny because then of course this weekly check-in, there's like 3 transactions for Costco. So bear with us as we figure this out, but let me know how you guys handle grocery shopping and meal planning. Do you guys go monthly, bi-weekly, weekly? Yeah, I feel like we just haven't really, since we moved, I feel like we had a really good system going when we lived in our old house, and then we moved into the apartment, and that was really interesting because it was a really small space. The refrigerator was really tiny, so we had to go weekly. And then we moved here, and I feel like we just have never really put any effort into figuring out a good system that works for us. And there's so many YouTubers I watch who seem to like just have it all figured out, like Pennies into Pearls. I love Brittany's channel. I watch it all the time, and she's in She's in Her Apron. I like that channel a lot. I love Jordan Page, and those ladies are great when it comes to meal planning and grocery shopping. Home with Haley is another one of my favorites, and they all seem like they've got just really great systems going. I notice that they buy a lot of the same things over and over, and they're able to predict their grocery budgets. Not all of them share their budgets, but from the ones who do, like they're able to stick to their budget, and like they have a plan, and I'm like, I want that. I want that for us. But we just haven't really sat down to like figure that out at all. So anyways, I feel like it'd be really great to get kind of a bi-weekly thing going. We did used to go monthly, and that's something that I sometimes miss too, but it is a lot. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work up front, but it also, I find that the monthly, which Brittany from Pennies into Pearls, she goes monthly for her shopping, and she has young kids too, but she makes it work. For us, I feel like it's hard with that sometimes because like our schedules are just so unpredictable. Like things come up randomly where we need to eat out more one week or something like that. And so that's my only qualm, I guess you could say, with monthly grocery shopping, is that like planning ahead for the whole month. I find that we plan out the month at the beginning of the month, we budget for the month at the beginning of the month, and then nothing really goes as planned. Can I get an amen? I feel like that is life, right? I feel like that is life for us. So that's my only like thing with monthly meal planning. I do enjoy doing it because it makes the rest of the month go very smoothly, but I find that sometimes things change, and you know, I guess you could always, as long as you're freezing things and you've got them in your pantry and stuff like that, you're good. So I don't know. I feel like maybe monthly would be good again. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna be done talking about all of that, but let me know in the comments below what you guys do. And I am kind of getting nerdy again. I can feel it. I can feel the excitement coursing through my veins because I get really nerdy about this kind of stuff. I just love it, and I feel like I've been so busy between when I was working full-time, growing my business and all that, running my business solo, making that leap into like full-time business owner things, like figuring out my schedule. Things have just been crazy. Plus the move, I feel like it takes a while to actually settle in once you move. Like I am just now feeling, not even kidding you, we moved in November of 2020? No, 2019. Is that right? No, because Julia was a year old. So yeah, it must have been 2020. November 2020? Yeah, so yeah, this upcoming November, it'll be 2 years that we've been in this house. and I am just now feeling settled into the space. And there's still some things I want to go through, particularly in the kitchen. There's so much junk that we have that we never use, and it's just like that kind of stuff that you have on hand that's like, well, maybe one day if we host a party or blah blah blah, we'll need to use this. And it just sits there and it collects dust, and then lo and behold, we host a party. We've had neighbors over at our house and things like that, and it doesn't get used. So I want to go through that. I am very anti-clutter. I don't like clutter at all. So yeah, I feel like it's just taken us a while to like get into a groove. Like I feel like everything's just been very chaotic, you know? But that's normal. I feel like that's normal given the big transitions we've had, and meal planning is just a small piece of all of that. So I'm gonna give us some grace here as we've figured things out. And you know, we moved to a different area, so there's different stores nearby. We go to Costco a lot more now because Costco is honestly right down the road. It's very easy to get to. So I feel like, you know, things have just changed. So anyways, that is that. Let me see here. Okay, so we had, let me just recalculate this because I went off on a tangent and I want to make sure I got this correct. So $74.59 for Costco, $81.53 for Costco, and then $38.14 for fries. So that's $194.26. And I am going to go ahead and copy this little check mark because it just makes it easier. And we'll go through and check off everything that we tracked, just so we can know where we left off. I don't anticipate that we're gonna be getting any more groceries for the remainder of the month, but just in case, I wanna know where we left off. So $194.26. Last week we had $138, yeah, so we're a bit over, $138.41. So we're currently $55, $55.85 over. So we really do need to be done grocery shopping. I'm not terribly mad about that number, honestly. That's not too bad to be over, but we definitely need to kind of, you know, just avoid grocery shopping if we can. Now, if there's things we need, Julia runs out of milk, or we run out of bread, or we run out of bananas. I feel like those three things, the bread, milk, bananas, yeah, those are the three things that like we always need, then we're gonna go get them, even though we're over budget a bit. But other things, extra things, we can definitely avoid getting. So next is household. So for household, we had two transactions, one for Costco for $67 and then one for $14.09. I know at Costco, Andrew got Julia diapers and then I don't know what else he got. I think it was just diapers, and did he get toilet paper? Something else. So it was diapers, and then from Amazon, I purchased some cleaning spray for my office. I really like the Mrs. Meyer's like rose. I've been obsessed with rose lately, like the scent of rose. I bought myself with my personal money some rose like essential oil, and I love it. I love the smell of it. So I got myself some spray for the office because we were running really low. We just had like one spray bottle, and we like to keep one upstairs, one downstairs. So I just got stuff for upstairs. So that was $81.09, and I can tell you already we're gonna be over budget for sure when it comes to household by quite a lot, I believe, because some of this stuff like couldn't wait. Diapers couldn't wait. In my opinion, the household spray could not wait because I clean my office every single week. I just have to. And it gets like messy in the girls' rooms with their dressers and stuff. So yes, we could have used what we had downstairs and brought it upstairs and stuff like that, I guess. But again, one of those things, I don't mind being over budget. And when you're over budget in 1 month, especially when it comes to household products, I find with the months, there's months where we need like everything, and then there's months where we need hardly anything, and we can be really under budget. So I don't know, it goes back and forth a little bit, but Anyway, so $81.09, and yeah, we were already over by $1.18. So we're over by $82.27. So that's household. And then eating out, let's see, so eating out, we went to a couple places. I think that was on Sunday. We ended up going to church on Sunday instead of Saturday. And Andrew got some coffee, then we went and got lunch, and we got both Chipotle and we got salad and go. So $18.39. Chipotle was much more expensive than I remember it being. So it was $61.70 for that. I haven't eaten at Chipotle in forever. And I mean, we did get some extra stuff, like we got chips and queso and all that kind of stuff, so maybe that does make sense. But, and then we got like, they have really, really good lemonade. I don't remember what the brand is, but they donate to the farmers who make the lemonade, and it's really good. It's got like turmeric in it, and it's yeah, it's really good. So we got those for the girls, and I got one as well. So it was $61.70 for eating out. So we're gonna be over budget on eating out as well, I think. So $61.70, and we had $43.24 remaining. So yeah, we're over budget by $18.46. Now we just have a couple days left in the month, so hopefully we can just kind of keep ourselves in check and those numbers can stay a little lower. I know for gas, we didn't have any gas expenses. Oh, and you know what? I need to put, so we still have $3.57 in gas. And we still have half a tank, so we're gonna be good on gas at least. But for unbudgeted, I did forget to put in our cleaners. We had a cleaning service the other day. It was last Wednesday, what's today? Today is, so it was on the 20th of April. So I'm just gonna put that in real quick. And that was unbudgeted. And this was a initial deep clean. And I'm just gonna put cleaning, or I'm gonna put deep clean. So it was more expensive than the bi-weekly clean will be. Like, they actually washed our walls, and like everything. So, and it was $450. So that was one thing that I needed to remember to put in here that I almost forgot. So let's find our red highlighter, and we will highlight that there. And then we'll put the unbudgeted in here. So $450. And nothing remaining there. So when we're over budget, because I know I get this question sometimes too, like, where does the money come from when we're over budget? We do have a buffer in our checking account, a pretty significant buffer in our checking account. So it comes out of that buffer, but also whatever we have budgeted, for example. So like, we have money after our expenses are paid from our income. After our expenses are paid, we have money that's going to our emergency fund, our new car, and investments. We prioritize these. So most of the time that will come out of like the new car, because the emergency fund and investments are more important than the new car. So say for example, we're putting $1,000 towards the new car, then that $450 expense would come out of the $1,000 we're putting towards the new car. So we would just put $450 towards the new car. So that's kind of how we work it, between the buffer and then what we have left over that's going towards our financial goals. That's where that money comes out of. So you guys don't see that part because I don't share the business income and I don't share these numbers down here. So you don't see how it like impacts this, but that's basically what happens between the buffer and then also what we have set aside going to certain savings. That's where the unbudgeted expenses or overages come out of. So hopefully that makes sense. But anyways, that takes care of the weekly check-in, and now let's go ahead and pop on over to our sinking funds, and I will catch you guys up on what is going on over there. So we have a couple transactions. Let's see. So I think we left off where the piano lessons are. So we got Maddie some headphones to, is that where we left off, was the headphones? Well, we got her headphones because her little electric piano, it is able to take headphones so that when she's playing, she can hear what she's playing, but the rest of the house can't hear it. So we got her some headphones for that. And then we also got a fly trap for outside because we've noticed that there have been a lot more flies in our area. We really enjoy eating in the backyard on the picnic table as a family for meals and stuff. So we got some little fly traps, and thankfully they are working. They're like these little fans that keep the flies away, and so far it seems to be doing great, so that's good. So we got that, and then we renewed our car registration for 2 years, and I was shocked at how cheap it was, but our car is pretty old at this point. It's like 10 years old. So yeah, that was $127.86. Thankfully we didn't need to like go get tested for emissions or anything like that. So that was good. And then I got some phone screen protectors for Andrew's phone. I don't know what he does, you guys, but I will change out his screen protector, and I swear to you, like a week later, it's got cracks in it. He just drops his phone nonstop, so I have to replace his screen like all the time. So we got another pack of screen protectors for his phone that came out of miscellaneous. And then I got myself some headbands that I am really loving. I wanted to get some ones that were a little thicker to wear to my workouts and stuff, and it kind of helps with like sweat and everything. And even when I'm walking outside, it's starting to get pretty hot in Arizona, so I like wearing them when I'm out on walks because I will get kind of sweaty when I'm doing that now that it's so hot. So it just kind of keeps the sweat off my face, and they're cute too. I really like them, and they're very comfortable, and they don't like slip around everywhere. So I'm really happy with them. I will link them down below if you want to check them out. They were pretty cheap. They were $15.18, but it comes with a ton of them. I think there's like 12 of them or something in the pack, but they're really soft, really comfortable. So I definitely recommend those. And then I got a lash fill with Adriana. So that came out of Beauty. The headbands came out of my clothes. And then we picked up a gift card for my stepdad. His birthday was actually 2 days ago by the time you guys are seeing this. So he loves outdoor stuff. So we got him a Cabela's gift card that we're gonna actually give to him tomorrow because he's gonna come watch the girls for us while we go on like a daddy mommy date excursion. I actually have no idea what we're doing. Andrew planned the whole thing, and it's all a surprise, and I have no clue what we're doing. So that will be really fun, but he wanted to plan just a special day for us, and yeah, so we're gonna give that to him on Friday when we see him. And then Andrew had a poker night with his friends, so he got some drinks and then also the money for like the poker stuff. So that came out of entertainment. And then we got some stuff for the puppies. I know I mentioned, I think at the beginning of the month, that I wasn't gonna get the puppy toys. I got them one ball. I got them a chew ball that got really good reviews on Amazon for like puppies and then dogs that like to chew a lot. So, and they are loving it. It was $6.50 for the chew ball, and they like fight over it now, so I might need to get another one, but they really like that, so it was definitely worth it. And then we also picked up another bag of food for them. We have a big Tupperware container that we put their food in, and it takes 2 whole bags of food in it. So when we notice that it's about halfway full, we'll fill it back up, and then we like to have a reserve of extra food just in the garage and stuff. So we picked up another bag of food for them. I got that rose oil that I mentioned earlier, and that came out of my pocket money. And I like to put that in my diffuser. The other thing I've been doing lately is I've been honestly using it as perfume. I just like it. It's kind of subtle. It's not super florally, but I love the smell of it. So yeah. And then we got the girls some swim toys for the pool. They're gonna be going to the pool a whole lot more now that it's warming up, and then Maddie is almost out of school. She's gonna be out of school in a couple weeks. So we got like pool noodles, and we got goggles and all sorts of stuff. So we got them some swim toys. This summer activities fund is changing to kids activities is what I'm gonna rename it as. You guys will see the May budget video next Tuesday, but in that video I just named it activities, and then I changed it again after I filmed the video to kids activities. So we just did kind of like a more generic title for it versus summer activities, because honestly their activities are throughout the whole year. I think like we're gonna keep Maddie in piano even once she starts 2nd grade, and then Julia is at her first gymnastics class right now, so I'm very anxious to see when they get home what she thought of it. I'm sure she's gonna have a blast. So yeah, that came out of that fund. And that is pretty much it as far as all of the spending and financial stuff that's gone on in the last week. As I mentioned, next Thursday I will close everything out, so the hope is that in the next few days before our budget resets that we basically are not spending any money. That would be ideal, so we'll see what happens. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this weekly check-in. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please give this a video, I can't speak. Oh my gosh, please give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to catch all of my future videos. How do we feel about the lighting? I mentioned the lighting in the May budget video too, because that was actually my first video that I filmed in my like new space. So I moved my desk in front of my window, and now I have all this beautiful natural light, and I just love it. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I hope that you're having a great week. I'll see you on Saturday for the digital plan with me for the week, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.